This mother is demanding an increase in child support, claiming the father is lying about his income while doing everything she can to keep him away from the kids. Then she cries when the judge gives the father what's rightfully his.
Miss Edmondson?
No, I don't understand that because that means that y'all just granted him 5 days with his children.
All this while she's in the middle of a special manicure session. Come on.
This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. You are Kaylee Edmondson, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, and Troy Laidler is also present. The two of you have conferred at length with Ms. Brower in front of the court this morning, who has provided the court the following recommendation. If the court adopts this, it'll become an order of the court. The recommendation is that the referee recommend order be rescinded and canceled. And you're asking the court to do that, Ms. Edmondson, to rescind and cancel that recommended order, and that the parenting time shall be, in lieu of that, this will be the order, that the father's parenting time should be on a 2-week rotation. Week 1 will commence on Friday after school, you have 6 and a 4-year-old, or 5 p.m. if there's no school. Then dad will take the children back to school Tuesday morning or 8 a.m. to you if there's no school. Week 2 for dad will be Friday after school or 5 p.m. if no school to Monday to school or 8 a.m. if no school. If there's no school, the paternal grandmother or great grandmother shall transport the children to and from mother's home. Mother shall stay in the home during the exchange. Father's agent or his grandmother or great grandmother shall also stay in their vehicle. Children shall be dropped off the curb or driveway to walk into mom's home. The party shall adopt the friendly court holiday schedule, absent an agreement to the contrary. Each party shall have 1 phone call per day at 7 p.m. when the children are not in their care. Mother shall initiate her calls to the paternal grandmother. Father shall initiate his calls to the plaintiff's sister. There should be no disparaging remarks from either of you or any third party regarding in the presence of the children about the other parent, and there should be no corporal punishment, no physical punishment. And if the minor child is sick, the other parent should be notified immediately. Further, that child support shall be modified and shall be in the amount of $222 per month, effective January 1, 2024.
I don't.
That is a recommendation. Ms. Edmondson, do you understand the recommendation?
I understand the recommendation, but I don't agree to it.
Okay. What is your what is it that you don't agree with?
I don't agree with the child support.
Okay. Okay, unless you can show that Mr. Laidler's income is inaccurate. It's a black and white, it's a formula based on incomes. And child support can go up and down. As Mr. Laidler, if you get laid off, you have no income, Mr. Laidler has an increase, we can always modify child support upon changing circumstances. But there's a very little wiggle room in child support. It's based upon incomes. So you claim that Mr. Laidler is misrepresenting his income?
He might be. He may be.
I'm sorry, Miss Edmondson, who else is present in your room?
No, nobody's present. They're not in the room. They're in another room. I'm in the kitchen.
Okay, well, I heard some other person speak up, and this is between you, Mr. Laidler. We should have third parties putting their 2 cents in. So if you need to close the kitchen door, we don't want input from any third parties.
The kitchen is wide open. It's connected. It's connected to the living room.
Well, the court's concerned when you have a third party telling you what to agree to and what not to agree to.
No,
so,
not.
Uh,
They weren't even speaking to me.
Okay, Mr. Laidler, did you accurately report your income to Ms. Brower this morning?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Edmondson, what evidence do you have that Mr. Laidler is not providing accurate information?
Before this motion, he agreed to giving me $5. He agreed to that, and then on a piece of paper, he said that his hours changed, which I think he purposely cut his hours where he doesn't have to financially help me with those children. I also do believe that he wants the children more for selfish reasons where he doesn't have to help me financially.
Right, hold on. Let's talk about child support right now. Parenting time is another issue. Let's talk about child support.
That's what I'm saying. I'm using that as an example for the child support.
The original child support recommendation was $501. And Ms. Brower, have you reviewed Mr. McKee's recommendation, the basis for that recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, what's the difference between what's being reported today and what's reported to Mr. McKee?
I use the same income, health insurance, and childcare that Mr. McKee did. I modified it to 185 overnights for dad versus 156 that Mr. McKee used, and it did reduce the child support to $222.
Okay. Right. Well, Ms. Edmondson, the court can adopt the recommendation relative to child support if you believe that there is other income there, and then you can file a motion to change that. But that's what the court's can order will be is 222 commencing January 1st, 2024. So let's now talk about parenting time. You disagree with the parenting time recommendation as well,
Sorry,
Ms. Edmondson?
can you repeat that?
The court is adopting the child support recommendation of 222 a month beginning January 1st. So let's now talk about parenting time. Do you also disagree with this parenting time recommendation as well? Is that correct?
Yes, I do disagree with it.
Okay. Now, prior to the recent action, what was Mr. Laidler's parenting time? Mr. Laidler, you had every Sunday morning and took the children you had every weekend, correct? Sunday morning to school on Tuesday mornings, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the court
Sometimes
noted that was a past practice, and you also had parenting time every Thursday overnight. Is that correct?
Yes.
Would you agree, Ms. Edmondson, that was a past the practice in the past until after you separated? Mr. Laidler had every weekend, Sunday to Tuesday, and also every Thursday overnight.
Yes, that's what he had. And also, but before that, I mean, he didn't really care to have those days either because there would be times where he will choose partying over being with kids. So,
Well, but obviously, if he's not following this parenting time schedule, he's not there with the children. Are you off work on Mondays and Tuesdays, Mr. Laidler?
Did you say was I off Mondays and Tuesdays?
Will you be? This is not parenting time for your mother. This is parenting time for you. Are you off work on Mondays and Tuesdays?
No.
All right. Do you work? What about Mondays?
Yes, I work Mondays.
Okay, but again, so where are the children going to be? Should they be with mom rather than you?
To be at school. I drop them off at school, then go to work.
Okay, well, that's right. The youngest one is in preschool or daycare. Is that correct?
They're both in school.
Okay, they're both in the same facility?
Yes, same school.
All right. So you'll be able to get them to school and you'll also be available to pick them up?
Yes.
All right. All right. I guess that I forgot that they're school age. So this recommendation is not far off, Ms. Edmondson, what the two of you previously practiced after you separated. Dad had every weekend, basically, from Sunday morning to Tuesday morning to school, as I understand it, and every Thursday overnight. This just simply gives them long weekends.
he does he works Monday and Tuesday. Sometimes he doesn't even get off until late at night. So those days they're with his mom and his grandma. And while I'm at home.
All right. What about that, Mr. Laidler? How often are you not home when the kids get out of school?
He doesn't pick me up.
With my old job, yeah, I would work long hours. But with my new job where I'm at now, I get off at 2:45.
Okay, so you'll be home in the evenings on Monday and Tuesday. Is that correct? On Mondays.
Yes, with my new job, yes.
So you'll be home. I'm sorry, you'll be home Friday evenings as well as Monday evenings, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you work weekends?
Every other Saturday.
Okay. And who's going to watch the children every other Saturday when you're working?
To be my grandmother and my mother. They both help.
Okay, they should be with mother. Miss Edmondson, do you work on Saturdays?
No.
Okay. Miss Brower, is there some way we can modify this or maybe just add a sentence that on the course of claim to adopt the recommendation, but maybe alternate Saturdays when Mr. Laidler is working, the children shall be returned to mother. I know it's a lot of going back and forth. Mr. Laidler, are you willing to make this work? And the Saturdays that you are working, you will notify that you will return the children to Miss Edmondson.
Yes, if I could get a weekday in replacement of that Saturday.
Well, we're not going to bounce kids around. I mean, let's try to. It's sort of complicated right now. I'm not going to overcomplicate this. Any thoughts, Miss Brower?
Your Honor, we could modify days where the parties rotate Saturdays instead of Tuesday, and that would
might be
alleviate
the
the
answer.
issue.
That might be the that perhaps is a reasonable solution. So in other words, during the week that Mr. Laidler is working on Saturday, the child will be with mom. So dad's weekends would be Friday after school until Monday to school. Is that what you're suggesting?
No, Your Honor. I would
Okay.
suggest father have week 1, Wednesday after school to Sunday morning. And week 2 would be Wednesday after school to Saturday morning before he begins work.
So both weeks would be Wednesday after school. You can pick them up from school then, Mr. Laidler?
Yes.
Okay. And what time do you get out of school?
3:15.
Okay, and you can be ready there to pick them up at 3:15?
Yes, sir.
And then week 1, you'd return the children to mom on Sunday morning when you're not working. When you're working, you return the children to mom on Saturday morning.
Okay.
And if you go into work real early, obviously let the kids sleep in, and then if you're working, then we'll establish a time that you will have the children return to mom on your Saturdays that you're working. And if you're working, your mother or grandmother shall transport the children to mother's home. We should perhaps set a time on Saturday and Sunday, Ms. Brower. Perhaps 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Would that work with the children? 9 o'clock on Saturday would return to mom if dad's working. Otherwise, it'd be 9 o'clock on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, just hold on, Ms. Emerson. Ms. Brower's she's been gracious enough to reduce this to writing. So in other words, Ms. Brower, the suggestion is, recommendation is, and I appreciate your help, is on week 1, dad will have plenty of time Wednesday after school until Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. Week 2, dad will have plenty of time Wednesday after school until Saturday at 9 a.m., assuming that he's working that Saturday.
Correct. Mr. Laidler, which Saturday are you working? This Saturday or next?
This coming up would be next. It'd be next Saturday. I'll be working that day. Not this coming.
Okay.
24th? The 24th? It'll be the 24th of February, correct, Mr. Laidler?
Yes.
All right. So this weekend, Mr. Laidler would have parenting time. Well, actually, today's Wednesday. So, you recommend this take effect immediately, Ms. Brower, that Mr. Laidler would pick up the children from school today?
Yes, Your Honor.
No reason why we shouldn't. So, do you understand what's being discussed and recommended, Ms. Edmondson?
No.
Okay. So, the court's going to order parenting time as follows. If you have a problem with it, you can talk to an attorney. The father's parenting time will be week 1, which will start today. So, dad will pick up the children from school today at 4 o'clock. Dad, Mr. Lady, do you have clothing for the children?
Yes, sir.
Do you have beds for the children?
Yes, sir.
Do you have car seats?
Yes, sir.
All right. And obviously, the 6-year-old will have homework. You need to make sure you go through the backpack and review what needs to be done for the following day of school. So this will be the week 1. Dad will pick up today from school, and he will return the children to mom on Sunday at 9 a.m. The following week, Dad will have parenting time on Wednesday. That's the 21st of February after school, and he'll return to mom on Saturday, the 24th of February at 9 a.m. because he's working that day. And you'll alternate that every week. So do you understand the recommendation, Ms. Edmondson? Ms. Edmondson?
No, I don't understand that because that means that y'all just granted him 5 days with his children. I didn't even get to see my children this week. So I'm literally about to go another 5 days without seeing my children.
Okay. Is that correct, Mr. Laidler? You've had children for the last 5 days?
Yes.
Yes, I had them.
All right. So we'll start this. That's a good point. So, Mr. Laidler, we're going to start this the following Wednesday, the 21st. I mean, obviously, if you've had children the last 5 days, the children will start your parenting time on the 21st of February. So you're going to pick them up after school on Wednesday, the 21st. You're going to deliver to mom on Saturday morning, the 24th.
Okay.
So mom will pick up from the kids from school today. Your parenting time will start a week from today, Mr. Layler. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Edmondson, I wasn't aware that the children have been with dad the last 5 days. Perhaps we should also indicate in the recommended order, Ms. Brower, that the parties shall share joint legal. So we're just going to do just joint legal and the parenting time as set forth in the recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor.
The last order of July 19th reference, the mom had sole legal, but there's been, it appears that the parties should not to agree upon joint legal, make equal decisions regarding their welfare. All right, Miss Edmondson, again, I understand you may not agree with this. And obviously, if the two of you can be on the same page as parents, you know what's best for your schedule and that of your children. Work together, co-parent your children. You want them to, while after enough challenges in life, make things good for each other and the children. So if in fact you two of you agree to modify parenting time, you can come back for this court and I'll modify the order. But if you cannot agree, then the court has to decide these matters, and you don't want the court raising your children. So until further of the court, parenting time will be as follows. Dad will have on a 2-week rotating basis. Dad's parenting time will start on Wednesday, a week from today. That's February 21st. After school, pick them up and return to mom at 9 a.m. a Saturday morning, the 24th. The following week, Dad will have parenting time on Wednesday, the 28th, until Sunday, the 20th, until that'll be March 3rd on Sunday.
Is there any chance that it can change if my circumstance?
I'm sorry, is there possibly can change your circumstances?
Yeah.
Yes, obviously, if it does not work out, you can petition, file a petition with the court saying, Judge, it's not working out. We want to modify it.
No, I'm saying if my circumstances change, will this court order change?
Not automatically. You need to present to the court your change of circumstances so that dad's aware of the change of circumstances and we can discuss that together.
Also, y'all granted him 5 days out of the week and I only get 4. How are we splitting 7 days throughout?
Well, 1 week is only going to have 3 nights, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And you'll have 4 nights that week.
Okay, I didn't hear you correctly.
Well, for example, we're going to start a week from Wednesday. Okay, the 21st, if you look at the calendar, a week from today, and he'll pick up after school on Wednesday. He'll have Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. He's going to bring back to you a Saturday morning because he's working, 9 a.m. And then the following week, he'll have 4 nights and you'll have 3 nights. So it's relatively equal parenting time. If in fact this does not work, either one of you can petition the court to modify it. But the children deserve to have as much time with each parent as possible. And it appears in the past, Mr. Layler's had at least 3 overnights per week. Sunday, Monday, and Thursdays. So it's not significantly different from what you practiced in the past. Again, each party shall have 1 phone call per day. You can call the children when they're dad's care, or dad. You can they should call it the paternal. You can call the plaintiff's Miss Edmondson's sister, and Miss Edmondson. You can call the paternal grandmother. You got her phone number. You can call at 7 o'clock to talk with the children.
So I don't have a phone anymore. I can't really do that. So it's okay.
Well, maybe you can borrow a phone.
I'm
borrow
not
a phone.
I'm not going to borrow nobody's phone. No, it's okay because I'll get away.
Okay. All right. So please work together. Miss Edmondson, Mr. Layler, work together to make life a lot easier for each other and the children. All right. Do you have any questions about this schedule, Mr. Layler?
No, sir.
And Miss Edmondson, do you have any further questions?
No.
Okay. If in fact it doesn't work out, either of you can petition the court to modify this. So, Ms. Edmondson, you get forms at the front of the court and talk with your caseworker. You can file a motion in a month from now if it's not working out, and explain to the court why it's not working out, and the court will look at it and modify it if necessary. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That concludes my vote.